It's so weird to be having this conversation again when I feel like I just had it about a year ago. So last year, there was a minister named Greg Locke, and he did this sermon and he talked about here's what he said. He said, "Are you telling me my kid is possessed? No, but I'm telling you your kid could be demonized and attacked, but your doctor calls it autism." And families of children with disabilities encounter a lot of issues. Just this morning, just to tell you a little bit. So I have 4 children. My littlest has autism. He's 9, almost 10. And this morning we got up for school. So we have to make sure he's in bed at a certain time at 8. And then he comes in our room about 2. And then I have to go get in bed with him. We gets up, I get his blankie. We go to Speedway and get a donut. And we hope there's a chocolate one left. And then we went to Wendy's to get me coffee. Why did I go to Wendy's? See, this is what the day's like. We come home because I've forgotten his medicine for anxiety. Come back home, get his 5 mLs of Memantine, get back to school, and a friend is there with her daughter who's in the same traditional 3rd grade class as he is. So he's thrilled to see her and the day starts. So there's a lot that we have to do to try to make life successful. So when you hear these kind of statements, you're thinking, I'm trying so hard. And then to have somebody who calls themselves a man of God, it undoes all the work that we do to be successful. So this time it's a man named Rick, Pastor Rick, in Beulah Church in Richmond, Missouri. Sorry, the cat. And Pastor Rick said last Wednesday at his church, Beulah Church, he said, well, either the devil, well, you know what? I'm going to let you listen to what he said. Because last time I talked about this, Greg Locke said that I mixed up his words, which I didn't, but how about it? So I'm going to just let you listen directly to what he said. Okay, let's see here if I can find it. Videos. Oh, I'm getting there. I'll tell you what it says. So he said, well, either the devil has attacked children with autism, either the devil has attacked, he's brought this infirmity upon them. He's got them, or God doesn't like them that much, and he made them that way. My God doesn't make junk. Are putting a Band-Aid on it and saying, oh, it'll be okay, we just need to treat this or that. How about you just cast the demon out and then treat all the problems? Did Amos hear this? No. Are you crazy? So you listen.
You might have to pray for some things to be fixed. Let's talk about one. Let's talk about autism. Rick, did you just go there? Yeah. Like, I know a minister who has seen lots of kids that are autistic, that he cast that demon out and they were healed, and then he had to pray and their brain was rewired and they were fixed.
The kids were autistic. Somebody cast the demon out. So Amos has autism, like a lot of people do, and he has a genetic disorder. So we know 30% of the time people have autism, there is some genetic variance. It's very new research. So you would have to say that in Amos's DNA, the devil lives? Does that even make sense? The answer is no.
Yeah, I just went there. I mean, you can get online and see lots of examples of it. If it's not demonic, then we have to say God made them that way. Like, that's the only other explanation.
If it's not demonic, God made them that way. So you could say Adrian's brother had cancer. Was that demonic? You could say another friend's child was born blind. Did God make them that way? Yes. Yes. You have Down syndrome. Did God make you that way? Yes. It is not demonic. I mean, this is, oh yeah, we know Greg Locke. He invited me to his church, but I decided I didn't want to, disappear in the night.
Why is my kid have autism? Well, either the devil's attacked them, he's brought this infirmity upon them, he's got them where he wants them, and or God just doesn't like them very much and he made them that way. Well, my God doesn't make junk.
Well, neither does mine. My God definitely does not make junk. And I think if you want to say to the millions of people out there that their children with disabilities are junk, then you're crazy. He needs to be banned. Well, I just think we have to be so aware of, you have somebody standing up in front of a church. And it was funny, I was reading the comments. So when I did this post a year ago, it had like 57,000 shares, a lot of shares. But some of the comments were like, well, how do you explain it? And you just don't believe enough. And so you have people that are really listening to this. And this man was on the school board, Stoutland School Board, and he's resigned as of yesterday. So then how would I feel as a parent with a man on the school board saying that the devil has possessed Amos? Do I think that that person is going to be able to represent him well? No. No. So Pastor Rick Morrow obviously has been asked about these comments, and so he's come out and made some statements of what he meant. And I think this is really important. So here's what he said again. You just watched it. Well, either the devil has attacked, he's brought this infirmity upon them, he's got them, or God doesn't like them that much, and he made them that way. My God doesn't make junk. Quit putting a Band-Aid on it and saying, oh, it'll be okay. We just need to treat this or that. How about you just cast the demon out and then treat all the problems? Okay. So here's what Morrow said in defense of his comments. By junk, I meant autism, that condition, the illness or the neurodivergence. All of us have issues. All of us have problems. All of us have conditions. All of us have sicknesses and diseases and illnesses. And I just refuse to blame God for those things. I'm not a minister. I just play one on TV. But go with me here. Do you blaming God for autism is like one level of a place, right? Blaming the devil for autism is another place. So you have two places, blaming the devil for autism and blaming God for autism. So Rick thinks, well, we got to blame the devil because I can't blame God. Well, to me, there's a really big middle area, and it's called, you're just born who you were meant to be, right? Does it have to be one way or the other? And I think any mother of a child with a disability, whether it's Down syndrome or whether it's their child is blind or deaf or maybe has dwarfism or a zillion different things, we would tell you, boy, this kid is amazing. And I went back and I was looking at this essay that my son wrote when he was 14. And I'm going to read it to you. So he was 14 years old. He was in the 8th grade. And here's what he said. The biggest influence in my life is my little brother, Amos. Amos is 6 years old and has autism. He has shaped me in many positive ways, including teaching me how the unexpected truly is wonderful. He has shown me that everyone is astonishing in their own way. For example, he can identify flags of over 200 countries. He has taught me that everyone travels at their own speed and that life is not a race. For example, he could read before he was potty trained. It is quite amazing what one can do when they put their mind to it. Amos has made me a better person and more accepting of individuals for who they are, not what they can do. Blame God, blame the devil, or just say, boy, you're amazing. You know, you're amazing. So Rick Morrow went on to say this. I just refuse to blame God for all those things. Either in or around, somehow it's affecting. And when I say a demon, you people want to, like I said, they want to get that Hollywood description of what a demon is. This nasty, so ugly, and that's not the case. It's just an evil presence. It's just the presence of evil. So when he says either the devil has attacked or he's brought infirmity upon them, he doesn't mean a wicked, red-horned, scary monster. He just means just the presence of evil. That's it. It's just the presence. Oh, that makes me so much, that makes me feel better. So I've just envisioned the movie Ghost. Do you remember Ghost? Where the devil comes up the dark shadow, but he's not red. He's just, just the presence of evil. Like, that thing always scared the hootie out of me, watching that dark little turkey come out of that ground, getting the bad guy. That's what Pastor Rick is talking about. It's no big deal. Not a problem. Not a problem. How many demons has he cast out? Well, I don't know. I wonder how many I got. Too many. Let me tell you, families with children with disabilities will say, holy cow, my child is not possessed. My child is amazing and wonderful. And do I think Amos was made who he was meant to be? Yes, I do. And is it hard? Is it a hard existence? Yes, but there's something that is not Christian and not of God that tells us people with disabilities are evil, that they weren't made of God because they're imperfect. Think of Jesus's disciples, Nobody was perfect. None of us are perfect. But is it evil? No. So when you go out in the world, just be aware of what the kind of mess we have to listen to. And think of your little person that you love and you maybe stopped to get a chocolate donut for, had to go home and get medicine, and then have somebody tell you, my God doesn't make junk. But here you have junk and you're hauling them around trying to give them the best life possible. Come be a subscriber if you need more real talk. Subscribers. See you in a minute.